Hey, what's going on, everyone? Kino Trades here. Before we actually get into today's video, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. So the video that you guys will be seeing today was supposed to be the second video, but technically what is the second video is actually 1 and 2. The first video got corrupted. The audio is not working on that one. So today's video is 1 and 2. You will hear me mention this video is a follow-up video. It is not. It is 1 and 2. Supposed to be the second video, but the first video got corrupted. So the second video is substituting part video 1 and part video 2. Okay, so with further ado, let's go ahead and get into this disclaimer, and let's go ahead and get into today's video. Hope you guys enjoy. Thanks. Yo, what is going on, everyone? Kino Trades here, and I'm back with another video. This is a follow-up video from my last video, okay? But before we actually get into the follow-up video, please make sure you comment, like, subscribe, make sure you turn on that post notification bell so that you'll be notified when I'm dropping another video. All the support would be greatly appreciated. And honestly, I just want to say shout out to my 36 subscribers for still rocking with me to this day. I know I haven't been great at the content that I have been putting out lately, but you guys have been rocking with me this far, so shout out to you guys. I really do appreciate you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the follow-up video. I'm not trying to keep you guys long. This is a two-part video, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so we start off with the Discord. The instrument that I was looking at was MES, and I got some screenshots that we can actually go over, and we can just go through this analysis and see how it actually played out. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so this is the first chart. This was a higher time frame analysis. I was looking at it in this perspective on the higher time frame. So this is a higher time frame setup. That's what I was actually like trying to say. I went blink for a minute, but yeah. So this is a 1 hour time frame setup. Okay, as you guys can see, I already made notes here. So we have a push up to the upside. This was the last move to the upside. We had a pullback, and we tried to attempt to make it up to this previous high, but we did not. We failed, right? So this low is responsible for this high being put in, and as you can see, we did not meet the requirements of coming here, right? So I was looking for price to pull back, maybe look for some temporary short-term shorts, and then have a continuation to the upside. Now, based on the daily, the weekly, we're in a very strong bullish trend. Okay, I do not see us coming into a bear market anytime soon, especially when we have 3 swings that are up to the upside. So I don't think we're ready to turn over just yet, but for short-term shorts, absolutely. Long-term longs, absolutely. And that is just my opinion, my analysis. And before I actually continue, please, I am not your financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I really do highly encourage you guys, go to the charts, go to Google, do whatever you guys need to do your due diligence, and figure this out and see if this aligns with you. Okay, I will put a disclaimer in the middle of the video or the beginning of the video. So yeah, I forgot to mention that in the beginning. So yeah, so let's go ahead and move on to the next slide. Okay, so I was monitoring this setup. Honestly, I did not get the entry that I was looking for that day. It started to slow down with that momentum, but I came back to the desk around 11:30 a.m. and I wanted to see what price was doing. Let me go ahead and bring up my Discord so I can actually show that to you guys. And I love my Discord. I love placing notes here. Okay, so as you can see, yesterday at 11:30 a.m. this was the update. Price was flirting around this higher low. Okay, we were flirting with this higher low, and I wanted to see price break below the 6401.25 level. Okay, and this is this level. We weren't breaking at all. I also wanted to see price make its way down here to this red line as well, with a full body closure on both of these lows. Okay, so that didn't happen, right? So I allow price to continue to develop, and I allow price to continue to do what it needed to do so that I can come back with a better decision on where I wanted to get into. So moving on to the next slide, as I mentioned that I was looking for that 6401.25 level to be broken, and it's been broken here. Full body closures, of course. Price came down, and this is where we actually got our final close, which was this long impulsive candle here. We got in that candle close, and price traded back up into the range, and we came back down, sweeping the lows to the left. Price came and tapped in at this other POI on the 1 hour time frame, and of course we took the entry on the 15-minute, if we would have taken the entry, excuse me, at the 50%, and it was just a perfect 1-to-1. All right, as you can see, I have a little note here that says didn't take this, but this would have been a beautiful quick 1-to-1. Okay, it's solid for just going against the trend, just a quick snag and go, and just allow price to continue on developing. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next slide. So that was a great opportunity to take some buys there, but not long-term buys. All right, so now we're at the final screenshot here. It's the same thing, but like, you know, on a smaller time frame. Like I stated before, the last move was to the upside. We have this pullback, right? We came and tapped in at this 1 hour POI, beautiful quick scalp to the upside, which was the 1-to-1 that we discussed, right? And like I stated before, we swept these lows here. We didn't fully sweep this lows until we got that impulsive move to the downside. All right, so with that impulsive move to the downside, we have price tapping into another 1 hour POI, and we're looking for price to bounce off of that, right? So even though that this zone isn't fully mitigated, it's the fact that it came down into the zone, and it has the potential to come back and mitigate, maybe not as soon, but maybe in the future until price continues to develop, right? So now we're pushing off of that, right? But as you can see, we have that retracement back up into this POI, looking for, well, like I stated before, shorts, and this happened today, July the 30th. We got this up here. So we tapped into the 1 hour POI, and we just snatched out of that, right? It just took off. It just completely took off from there, right? So yeah, and I have a note here. It says I have a 1-to-1 hit on the overall higher time frame, which was the 1 hour, right? The entry was on the 15-minute, and I actually have a note on this as well. Let's go ahead and bring up the Discord again. I did state that, as I mentioned, I was looking for the 6401.25 to break below, and had some consolidation, excuse me, had some consolidation to the downside while sweeping some of the lows to the left. Price retraced back up to the previous zone, tapping into the overall 1 hour POI. The 1-to-1 was a complete success. I'm reading here if you guys are following along. As you can see, price it went beyond what we expected, tapping into another 1 hour POI, bouncing off and trading back into the range, tapping into another zone. Wait to see what happens next. Didn't place this trade. I was away from the desk, which I was away from the desk. I had some further obligations to do later on today, so I didn't actually get this trade. This trade actually was taken at like almost 2 o'clock. All right, 2:45, 2 o'clock. So this trade actually happened, and it worked in its favor. And as I was expecting, I was looking for price to tap into this overall POI, take an impulsive move to the downside, and looking for price to go up. So let's go ahead and head over to the charts, and let's go ahead and see what's going on. As expected, this is the 15-minute. As expected, price definitely came down to the downside, like I stated before, hitting that overall POI on the 1 hour, right? And we just shot up to the upside very, very strongly, very impulsively to the upside, right? And I'm looking for price, as you can see where my note is, or this is my note here, as you can see, looking for the highs to be taken out and to have more bullish momentum to the upside, but we will see. But it's looking like we're coming off and hitting that was so ugly, coming off and coming to this previous high, right? Breaking that. So it looked like we're going to be looking for price to come back down, take its way up to the upside, testing this high as well. So I'm looking for this side to be taken out as well. Let me fix that. So yeah, this is my full conclusion. So we'll definitely see what the rest of tonight, tomorrow, and Friday will give. Tomorrow's first Friday, so we'll definitely be checking and seeing how the market will be reacting with the first Friday NFP actually would do so far. But I'm looking for, this is just my opinion, I'm still looking for continuation to the upside, and I'm still looking for this high to be taken out. Okay, I'm looking for this to be taken out and to, wow, that was ugly, and to continue up to the upside. So yeah, once again, please like, comment, and subscribe. This is a follow-up video for what I had from yesterday, which was July the 29th. Today is July the 30th at 7:07 p.m. So once again, we'll see what London session has and see any type of development. Okay, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.